What up, dudes? My name is Ben, or HardShenaniganz, and I'm actually doing a second take for once. I think I've only done a second take, like twice, or once before this. I actually did 3 takes, so yeah, technically twice. But I rambled on in the first time I did this, and I don't want to do that. So I'm going to tell you guys what's going to be going on in the next week as far as videos go, because I'm moving into school, and I'm going to be really busy as far as, like, starting up classes, you know, that kind of shit. And but I am going to be playing Xbox, hopefully. I should have time because I don't have lacrosse. But I am going to be, like, working out and stuff. But I wanted to inform you guys, you know, what's going to be going on with videos in the next week, and I wanted to tell you guys a little story if I have time, so hopefully we can, you know, get through this housekeeping shit fairly quickly, and I can get into the story because it's a pretty funny one. So, I start packing up tomorrow, or well today, because I'm doing this early Friday morning at like 2:47 in the morning, and I'm really not tired, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to do a commentary, I'm going to let these guys know what the fuck is going on. Guys, I say a lot, don't I? I'm sorry about that, guys. It's like my filler word. Everybody's got a filler word, just happens to be mine. It's not because I don't know what I'm going to say, it's because I'm processing what I'm going to say before I say it, so I don't say something stupid when it comes out. Anyways, what I was saying was, so this next week, you know, I move in Saturday morning, and, you know, most of Saturday is going to be setting up our house. I'm in a townhouse this year with 3 buddies of mine, and then most of my other lax bros that I lived with last year are living in the house next to me, so we're going to be doing shit over there too. So as far as the video goes this weekend, if I can get one out on Sunday, I will. The internet... It's rumored that the internet speeds at my school have been improved. If you guys, any of you guys that have been with me for a while, I think under 100 subscribers, you guys know that when I'm at school, it's fairly inconsistent when I'm gonna upload. And but I do get 3 to 4 videos out a week, but normally they're uploaded at like fucking like 3 in the morning, and that's because I go to bed, or I set the upload, I go to bed. And then it uploads, you know, while I'm sleeping, obviously. So I wake up in the morning, you know, so on and so forth. Hopefully that is not the case this year. I really don't want that to be the case. I'm going to make it my mission to have that not happen, as well as get good grades. But yeah, good grades should probably come before uploading at the correct time. But, hey, whatever. I forgot to mention the gameplay again. Fuck, I did this the first time. So this is a 3.5 minute A12 MOAB. Obviously no support. You guys that played with me the last weekend, this is the first time I had... so I was issued a challenge that I couldn't get a triple MOAB with support on C-Town. You know, doing the C-Town spawn trap, whatever. And we gave it a couple shots, and you know, I don't think I dropped a couple 100-kill games, 100-kill specialists, but nobody was having fun. Like, everyone was real bitter, and yeah, it just nobody was having a good time, and I didn't want that to be what my subs kind of pictured me, because I'm not the kind of guy, like, I've never had anybody run support for me before. So this was like a huge thing. It's not gonna happen again. I might try and do this challenge again because I want to prove the guy that I can fucking do it. Because he's a piece of shit. If he's watching this video, you're a fucking faggot. But anyways, what I was saying was, oh, by the way, you're a shitty fucking commentator. God, I'm a douche sometimes. This is a Model 1887 MOAB. Okay, I should get into the story time. You guys know what's going on. As far as, like, you know, the next week. So, anyways, story time. Every year at my school, there is an event called Halloween, and obviously it happens around Halloween. It's called Halloween because the area it takes place on is where all the townhouses are, which is actually where I'm living this year. And there's a large, you know, big area in between the 2 rows of townhouses that's known as the Greens, because it's this, you know, huge area, like football field size almost. So what happens at Halloween is everybody gets really drunk, and that was a lot of reallys. Everybody gets really shit-faced, everybody dresses up, all kinds of crazy and shit, people break stuff, you know, it's a good time, whatever. It's probably the biggest party of the year, at my school. All kinds of people come from around Maryland and, you know, all the other schools and stuff like that. So there's a couple, there have been thousands of people there in the past. It gets packed. But anyway, so my freshman year, it's always interesting to see, you know, how the freshmen react to a party of this size. So my freshman year, of course, me and all my freshman lax bros, of course, we, you know, we're broing out. We're getting fucking drunk, whatnot. I think I ended up having 9 double shots that night of Smirnoff Green Apple because that's what was the cheapest at the time. Yeah, I'm a fucking faggot. I haven't had that alcohol since then because I got so sick that night. Anyways, what I was saying. So, you know, we all got really drunk during the pregame, which is the party before the party. And it was like 10. And we went super early, right? We went to the green super early. It wasn't very crowded. And I was just belligerent drunk. I'm wearing a chicken suit. I'll put a picture, actually, of me in my chicken suit so you guys can see. Belligerently drunk, just, you know, wreaking havoc. So I end up back in my room at about 10:30, 11 o'clock because we got there at like 10. So I wasn't there for any long period of time at all because I was so drunk. All my friends, like my one friend that wasn't drunk was actually like, dude, like you gotta go back, man. Like you are just out of control. So I went back to my room. I fucking puked everywhere and then I went to bed, right? At the time, I was hooking up with this girl, and we'll just call her, for right now, the Bleeder. And her last, I can't tell you her last name. I fucked up and said her full name. And the first time I did this, and I sat there and laughed for a minute, because I was like, oh, I shouldn't do that. But anyways, right? So we'll just call her the Bleeder. So I'm hooking up with this girl at the time, and she comes to my room at like 1:30 in the morning, right? Oh, by the way, you guys are going to have to deal with a black screen for a little bit, but hopefully I can wrap this up quickly, right? She comes to my room, right? And she wants to bone. And she wakes me up at 1:30 in the morning after being really, really drunk. And she wants to have sex, right? And at the time, you know, it's never good to have sex when you're really, really drunk. Like, when you're too drunk, it's okay when you're, like, you know, drunk, but not when you're, like extremely intoxicated. Never do it when you're really, really drunk. Because repercussions can be fairly severe. So, anyways, what I was saying, black screen now. Sorry about that, guys. So she, you know, we get all naked and stuff, and she hops on, and she's on top, and because I can't even move, and she starts, you know, going to town, doing her thing, and may I say she was not very good. She didn't really, she wasn't the best, we'll just say that. And so she's doing her thing, and at one point, I think, you know, 10 minutes in probably, I look down, and I got terrible liquor dick. If you guys know what liquor dick is when you drink too much and you can't ejaculate. So she's doing her thing for God knows how long, and I look down at one point, and my vision's all blurry and shit, and I see red, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? And you know, she's like, what's wrong? And so she like gets up, and there's blood everywhere, all over my junk, all over my thighs, like my lower stomach, like just blood all over the place, right? On my sheets, and I freak out, dude. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I like, you know, jump up in the air, butt naked, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? And she's like, I don't know. And I was like, well, are you on your period? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, are you a virgin? And she's like, no. And I was like, well, what the fuck is going on then? You're fucking bleeding all over the place. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why it happened, but she bled everywhere. She took my sheets. She cleaned my sheets that night, which is kind of surprising. And her and I, like, didn't have any relationship past that point. So, don't let your significant, well, I wouldn't consider it a significant, don't let your hookup bleed on you, because it just ends in tragedy, and the relationship being over. But anyways, I'm going to wrap it up here, because you guys are sick of listening to me and looking at a black screen. Maybe I'll find some gameplay, hopefully. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Ratings are definitely appreciated. Comments are appreciated. And I will talk to you guys later. Peace.
Friendly MOAB incoming. Shotty. Losing B.
If you guys missed my last video, it was my 500 subscriber setup video where I just thank you guys for 500 subscribers, you know, getting this far, and I show you guys my gaming setup and whatnot. The top annotation is that, so you can click that to go see that. And the bottom annotation is a link to my weekly mini-taj series, Streaking with Shenanigans, episode 26, so you can click that to go see that. I will talk to you guys later. Peace.